Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. It's gonna be pretty loud on this one. My PC. Wait. My computer is gonna be very loud, I think, on this one. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I'm not quite sure anymore. I think it was, what is today, Tuesday? Yeah, so Sunday. Just got back from watching Deadpool and Wolverine, and honestly, I wanted to review it because I personally had some questions of my own that I didn't feel like looking up, and also some I don't think questions got answered from looking up. So Deadpool and Wolverine, was it good? This is the third series in the Deadpool film. Was it any good? Personally, I really enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was fun. I went to go watch it alone, so there's no bias when it comes to having buddies with me on this one. I thought it was perfect. I thought it was amazing. Well, not perfect, but I thought it was a good, very good, entertaining movie. In terms of the MCU, I thought it saved the MCU, right? I thought the movie served its good purpose of bringing Deadpool and Wolverine over. I guess no spoilers, they're in the title, to the MCU. Oh, in this movie, I mean, not this movie. This probably won't have spoilers. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't have spoilers because I think the movie just came out. Yeah. So, my general thoughts on it. It was a fine movie. Fine is so, like, underscoring it. It was a great movie. I was finding myself laughing a lot. The comedy is 10. The comedy is a pretty good, like, 10 out of 10. It's a Deadpool movie. The comedy in that movie, I think some of my favorite jokes are just from Ryan Reynolds. Like, not Ryan. No. So there's two actors. Okay, so actually no, holy crap. The whole cast was pretty amazing. Start off real quick. Whole cast really good. So my favorite jokes for sure are from the main villain. I haven't watched the Loki series, but I've heard that she's from the Loki series. But the main villain, I don't even know her name. I just know the actress's name, like Emma Corrin, I think. Her and Ryan, or Deadpool in that movie, are some of the funniest people, just the funniest people on screen. Oh, and the second main villain too. He's really funny. I won't spoil who that is again. I honestly don't know his name either, so it doesn't even matter. But all three of those guys combined were just some of the funniest people on screen. Wolverine, he was forefront and center. He was funny too. He had some good jokes. Wolverine, it's not like Wolverine's not funny. It's just like most of the humor coming out of the movie was Deadpool and Wolverine's interaction, and then like their reaction to other events happening around them. And I honestly really enjoyed that. I thought that was really fun that the movie did, and honestly, it was just a stirring pot for success there. Other things I wanted to talk about the movie. So to get that off the list, like pros of the movie, it's funny, engaging. Loki, that was about it. It's funny and engaging, really. The plot. Let's talk about the plot real quick. The plot of the movie, it's good, but I did find myself confused on some parts of the movie. I'm trying to remember which part without saying spoilers. I think the main part I was confused about in the movie was nearing the end of the film, like during the big climactic fight. I was really confused why, let's just say well, it's in the trailer, so I'll just say this part. Why all like the Deadpools, right? Why all the Deadpools kind of were like not caring about the universe collapsing. I was really confused on that. I didn't understand, like, I get Deadpool's like a, what's the term? When you're like not a menace, when you're like you're a hero but also not a hero at the same time. I forgot the term used for it, but like I didn't really understand why that was. Like it didn't make sense at all for me during the movie. And this is like, so my only complaints are like the ones I will have, or my only cons that I would point out are the ones I specifically noticed in the movie. And that was one thing I noticed in the movie. I didn't understand why all of the Deadpools were like, yeah, let them destroy the universe, right? It's not our deal or whatever. Let them destroy all universes, including our own. So it was just kind of weird to me. That part didn't make sense at all. I would think that like they would want to help our main cast, but they didn't. So that was really weird. And another part that kind of made no sense, or kind of left off on a like unconcluded note, what I'm presuming everyone's okay on this one, so I won't spoil it here still because the movie just came out. But there are people out there, right? There are cameos, and they help our main cast. There are cameos. There's a lot of cameos in this movie, and I love it. And they end up helping our main cast, right? But their fate was kind of left unknown at the end of the movie, which is fine, right? Like, I just got pen on myself. That sucks. Which is fine, but like one of the characters' fates is given to us, but then like the others are left unknown. And to me, I felt like giving that conclusion to those characters would have been nice, especially since one person throughout the entire film has been saying, we'll finally get our ending, right? Like, and then like to not get the ending kind of made no sense. But I think other than that, those are like the only two things I noticed while watching the movie that I actively thought they never concluded this part, or they never touched on why this happened either. So, and the third thing was, going back to the first con that I noticed while watching the movie was, what happened to all those Deadpool variants? It's like, again, it never gets touched upon in the movie. And I was noticing that too. I was like, if one TVA struggled to take out if TVA struggled to take out one Deadpool, right? Why, how on earth did they get all of them, right? How did they get all of them to just go back to the void? Or did they get sent to their own universe? Like, it never gets touched upon. And I think the assumption is that, like, when the big bad gets defeated, they're just like, oh, okay, well, we'll just go back home to the void, I guess. I don't know. That wasn't really thought out, I felt like, or plotted out either. The movie's 2 hours long too, which is fine. It was actually really good. It was a really good 2 hour long movie. It didn't even feel like 2 hours when I was watching it. It felt like an hour 40. It felt like the Mario movie, like something you could just keep coming back to and watch. And I may just do that, honestly. But I think those were my only cons about the movie. The pros I kind of mentioned earlier. It's very comedic, very comedic. Like, all throughout the movie. Obviously, it's a Deadpool movie, right? Very comedic all throughout the movie, and I love it. Engaging. Like, there's not really a I have another con. Never mind. I just remember my other con. But all throughout the movie, there's not a moment that's not like, I'm bored. Although I did find someone on the opposite side of me just sleeping, like snoring and everything. He slept through that entire movie. I was like, dude, you paid $7 to get here and you're gonna sleep through all of this? But he was knocked out, so I guess it was boring to him or something. I'm not quite sure. But all throughout the movie, it was fun, entertaining. I wasn't on the edge of my seat until like the very last scene, which is so cool. Oh my god, the ending's really cool. Not the ending scenes, but like the ending, like the very climactic pinnacle point of the story. Super good. And the musical score, oh my god, the musical score in this movie is insane. I feel like it is least talked about, and like from every single review I've seen, and like just online discussion, like TikTok, it's like the musical score is not talked about enough. I love the orchestrated Like a Prayer, which is like the main theme, the main melody, if you will, of the entire movie. I love it. It's so good, but I don't think they're releasing it. I don't think the Marvel executives are going to be releasing it. I've heard somewhere online that like they just won't do it because it's running alongside the 25th anniversary. That's what I've heard. I haven't fact checked it. I just read it in the comment section somewhere, and I was really sad because if you know what I'm talking about, the ending scene with Wolverine and Deadpool together with that musical score was amazing. I love it, and I want that mess on YouTube or Spotify or somewhere. But I'm sad they're not going to be releasing that. So musical score was good. Comedy was amazing. Comedy, like every single scene was funny. Every single scene, like there was not a joke missed. I feel like, I mean, I don't even know. Let me think. No, there was not a joke missed, at least in my eyes. Not a joke missed in that movie. The character development was really good. Oh, there it is. The con came back again. I'll talk about it in a second. Character development was really good. I loved it. I mean, it was just engaging to watch. It was really fun and whatnot. Like, what more is there to say about it? Now, the big con I was thinking about, like, that just came back to me, was with Wolverine. And I mentioned character development earlier. And the main issue I had with this Wolverine, right, is it's established that this Wolverine is not our Wolverine, right? It's not Logan from the 2017 film, but a new Wolverine from a different universe. Might be spoilers, I don't really care. But this Wolverine, it's like his backstory. I was a little disappointed because, like, just a bit disappointed because his backstory, it's like, it's told but not shown. Like, it's shown and told, but very, like, here's like a small snippet, right? And it's really weird why they did that. Because, like, it's a new Wolverine, and we're just told what happened in his universe. We're not really shown it, which is fine, right? I don't expect to see every single X-Men and, like, Avenger and Fantastic Four and, like, every single person there getting, like, whatever happened to them, right? But I would also, like, expect to see, like, more and hear more about his universe, because we're only told what happened. And then we're shown, like, one, which is in the trailer, I believe. We're just shown one quick, like, flashback of his universe. And it's like, throughout the movie, I was, like, thinking, oh, Deadpool even, like, makes a joke in the trailer and in the movie, like, are you going to tell me your backstory, or we're going to wait for, like, a third act flashback, right? And then, like, he doesn't tell him the story. So when we actually get to the third act and, like, we're told the story, we're only told it. We're not really shown it. So it's just like, it's like, I want to know what happens in that universe, because it feels so weird to see, like, just Wolverine, right? Like, it's like we don't know what happened to everyone else. It's just Wolverine, apparently, and we're not told anything else more. It's just like, I understand what happened. Like, they explained it, like, yeah, the humans went hunting, right? But, like, how? How can humans do that, right? I mean, that was another big con I had while watching the movie. I was really waiting for it, like, I was really waiting to see his backstory, but we didn't really get it, so I was like, whatever. It happens, right? And again, it's, like, probably not too important to touch upon. All you can really do is just say, like, hey, this Wolverine, this happened to him, he's moving on from it, and he's got to accept it, right? So that was, like, another thing that I noticed while watching the movie, and it was just, like, a small, I mean, kind of small. I would have appreciated the backstory, but it didn't really knock from the entire experience of the movie. I'm pretty sure the backstory, like, taking the whole segment to fill in his backstory, the Wolverines, would have taken a whole time away from the movie, perhaps, but I'm not quite sure. But overall, I thought the movie was not perfect, but I thought the movie was amazing. I thought the movie had a lot of fun comedic moments. I thought the movie had a lot of fun characters, there were fun characters. Every character in that film was fun to see their performance, display, and everything else. And set design, it wasn't too bland, right? I mean, most of it takes place, I think, most of it takes place in, like, an empty location for the most part. So set design was fine. I didn't really, again, no gripes about set design. But the music, oh my god, the music, dude. The music was amazing. No one talks about the music. The music's so good. The music was so good in this movie. Like, so, especially when, like, certain cameos were getting introduced, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that part right there, I loved the entire soundtrack. The entire soundtrack was good. And overall, I think that's really about it for the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. I don't know where they're going to be going with the next one, if they ever were to do a next one. This might just be it for, like, Deadpool and Wolverine's story, right? Like, I feel like it's not it, like, it's just no more Deadpool Wolverine, but it's like no more progressing their story. Now they're going to be the ones only making cameos. But I'm not quite sure. But overall, yeah, really good movie, and that's really all I wanted to say for this video. If I were to plug Deadpool in, like, Deadpool and Wolverine, I think if I were to give it a final rating, I would for sure give it, like, a 8 out of 10. I'm thinking 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, because the movie was good, right? It's a Deadpool movie. And for the Marvel, for the MCU, its current state, which it made a lot of jokes towards, I would say it was a good movie for the MCU. An overall movie, it was phenomenal too. So I would give it like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 for the entirety of everything. And I think that's pretty generous too. I think because I'm no movie critic, and that right there should already incentivize you to click off the video. But I'm no movie critic. But as a consumer, I enjoyed it. So